Hello, my friends. Today is January 26th, 2016. I am your friendly neighborhood lion. I'm going to try to be wise during this video and give you wisdom. I want to talk about relationships. Now, we've all had relationships throughout our lives, and we're going to have many more relationships as we grow up, as we continue our lives. And this applies pretty much to all of them, but I'm going to speak on specifically significant others, boyfriends, girlfriends, things of that nature, husbands, wives. Here's what I've learned. I'm 24 years old. I'm turning 25 in a few months here in June 7th. And here's what I've learned about relationships that I can definitively say, that I can say this without any shadow of a doubt. I can say this with utter truth and sincerity inside of my heart. I've had multiple relationships with girls. And what I find is a reoccurring theme that I find is that when we end our relationship, when we break up or when we stop seeing each other, there's a lasting negative feeling that exists between the two partners. But here's what I've learned, my friends. Here's what I've learned about these relationships. And I think this applies to everyone on this planet Earth. And I apologize, I have to speak very softly because it's about 3:30 in the morning right now. I have learned that no matter who I have been with, no matter how long it was, no matter if it was a couple weeks, a couple months, or a couple of years that I've been with the female, been with this girl, I have learned that over time, as time passes on, not only do I don't hate the person, I don't dislike them. Actually, I end up loving them more and more and more as time passes by. And I recommend that you search your heart and you search your mind for the same kind of love that I have found. What do I mean by this? Well, most of the time when we end relationships, we end them on a negative note. We end them because one person didn't get along with the other, or what have you. You know, there's many different reasons for why we end relationships. But what I have learned is that instead of focusing on the negative, instead of focusing and ingraining your mind into the negative things that person has said or that they have done, my heart and my brain has tried, now that it's been years or months or weeks later, you try to focus on the positive things. Focus on the things that brought you together to begin with. Focus on the things that made you connect from the very get-go. I call them the golden nights or the golden days, whatever you want to refer them to. For a lot of times it was me, it was the nights, the golden nights. These are the times that you spent with this person where, you know, you went out to dinner, you saw a movie together, you went mini golfing together, you did activities together, you did things together where you weren't fighting, where you weren't arguing. And I try to think about those nights. I don't think about the ones where we were fighting. I don't think about the ones where we argued or when we broke up or what I said or what she said or what I did or what she did. Over time, as the days have gone by, the years have gone by, I focus on the positive things that this person has brought into my life, as small as they may be. You gotta focus on the positive things, even if they're very small, very minuscule. Because there was something at one point in time, you guys and girls, there was one point in time where you came together. Something brought you together. Even if it was for a day or a week or a month, a year, whatever, however long it was, it doesn't matter. Something in this universe brought you together. And that's what you need to focus on. That's what you need to remember. And that's what you need to think about. Far too often do I find myself thinking about a person or think about a certain girl and only bringing up the negatives about that person, you know, pointing out all of her faults or all of her flaws. And that's not what I should be doing. That's not what any of us should be doing. Thinking about your boyfriend or your girlfriend, regardless. Think about the things that you loved about the person, the things that brought you together to begin with, the things that made you become close together, close to one another. And over time, what I have found, this may be different for you, but I'm only speaking from my heart and from my mind. I have found that over time, I appreciate that person more and more. That I respect the times that we had together more and more. And honestly, I miss them. I miss that person, and I miss the times that we spent together. So even if it just takes you 30 seconds right now, sit there in your chair, in your bed, wherever you are, in your car. Sit there, please, do this for me. And just think about that person and think about the positive things that they brought to your life. Even if you could only come up with one idea, one aspect of them. One night, one day that you spent together where you were laughing, where you were having a good time, where you were enjoying yourself, you know? Try to think of them in a positive light. That's all. Take care. This is your friendly neighborhood lion, and I love you guys. Peace.